Hello, everyone. I'm Sandy Anastasi, psychic channel, intuitive astrologer, and soul coach. I'm here with my editorial video blog for July of 2022. Firstly, I want to wish all of you a happy 4th of July from here in the USA where I live. To me, the 4th of July, Independence Day here in America, represents freedom and independence of spirit as well as body for all of us. It's a special day to set aside in your life, wherever you are, to celebrate those things in your own world. As an astrologer and a psychic channel, I have been aware of the many changes occurring now in our world for many, many years before they became visible to everyone. Those changes are part of our evolution and growth, both individually and as a species. My guides are telling me now that it's time for us to look at our next step in our growth. Please keep a copy of this editorial, because I'm sure you're going to want to look back at it again and again over the next few years. My guides directed me, you see, to follow the planet Pluto in its progress through the heavens. Astrologically, Pluto represents the collective unconscious. That is, our unconscious as a race of beings here on planet Earth. It is an underlying motivation to everything that occurs. It affects us both individually and collectively. Pluto was first discovered and assigned planetary status in February of 1930, right after the stock market crash that happened in October of 1929 that began the Great Depression worldwide. Its discovery heralded the beginnings of World War II. I'm sure you can immediately appreciate Pluto's importance astrologically. But in August of 2006, Pluto was demoted, no longer considered a planet by astronomers, though most of us astrologers continued to consider it as such and to use it in our work. Interestingly, the summer that it was demoted was marked by death, scandal, and politics. You can easily research that online. It's unfortunate Pluto was demoted, as it continues to give us clear and deep insights into what is going on in our world. Demoted or not, it is still directing our human journey of evolution and transformation. Let's take a look. Traditionally, in astrology, Pluto is the planet of death and transformation. It destroys that which must be removed for growth and evolution to occur. According to the rulership book by Rex Bills, Pluto also rules evil and unholiness. He says it rules corruption, crime, criminals, kidnappers, calamities, earthquakes, atrocities, civilizations, contamination, disease, epidemics, suicide, death rays, dictators, decomposition, destitution, genitalia, fertilizer, and many more of the things we have been seeing, hearing, or reading about for the last few years, and especially the last few months, where they've been having a very powerful effect on our lives worldwide. Pluto entered the sign Capricorn on November 27th of 2008. According to Rex Bills, Capricorn rules everything from government and government officials to the justice system and the U.S. Supreme Court. It even rules the very structure of city halls and other government buildings. It rules the FBI and all such organizations. It rules world religions. It also rules the World Health Organization. It rules the World Bank, the Fed, even the banking system. It rules farms and agriculture, industry, and economies, even employers and employees. By now, you can certainly see where I'm going with this. When Pluto entered Capricorn, it began the process of transforming our world. That transformation has not been an easy process, and it's not done yet. I believe the tide has turned, though, and although the process of decay initiated by Pluto is still happening, another process that involves building our new world, also ruled by Pluto, has begun. In fact, over these last few years, we have seen both of these processes operating at the same time. Pluto has only until March 24th of 2023 to finish showing us everything that must be destroyed or eliminated. I'm going to say that again. It has only until March 24th of 2023 to finish showing us everything that must be destroyed or eliminated before we move to our next step in our growth and evolution. After that, the alternating process of breaking down versus building up will continue. But there will be progressively more positive rebuilding, growth, and progress, and gradually less of the destructive aspects of Pluto. The tide will have turned. More importantly, there will be no more surprises. Pluto is currently retrograde as you read this, as you listen to this. So we are seeing more and more of the things that have been part of the negative underworld of our society worldwide, and even in our own individual lives, being drawn out into the daylight for all of us to see. Remember, you cannot repair what you don't know about. We have to allow ourselves to see the darkness, to see the underworld that Pluto rules, so we can draw it into the light to be purged. We will be seeing more and more of the darkness being drawn into the light all summer during the summer of 2022 and well into the fall, until Pluto turns direct finally on October 8th. We're going to then finish this 2022 year feeling uplifted and more energized and forward-thinking. It will appear as if time has sped up. We will feel as if we are leaving the darkness behind, and there will be a great anticipation of things to come. We'll begin 2023 in high spirits and maintain our forward momentum until Pluto enters its next sign of Aquarius on March 24th of 2023. Please catch up with me in November when I do my webinar that's all about what's coming in 2023 to find out more about what that's going to bring. Meanwhile, let's get back to tracking Pluto and our current evolutionary process. You see, the first part of next year will find us forward thinking, as I said, and engaged in humanitarian healing and rebuilding activities, both in our own lives and in the greater world as well, until Pluto retrogrades on May 2nd of 2023. My friends, that retrograde is going to feel like a slap in the face, as things we thought were done and buried return. Pluto, now moving retrograde at that time, will re-enter Capricorn on June 12th of 2023. It will remain retrograde, rooting out more of the corruption that needs to be transformed throughout the summer of 2023. I'll talk about that again a year from now. The summer of 2023 is going to be interesting. Pluto will turn direct again on October 12th of 2023. We will feel as if we fought the war all over again at that point, and we're going to all be tired. But we will all turn our attention towards happier things, creating our futures, though we'll keep our guards up this time. We will refuse to be drawn into the schemes and the drama of the past. The holiday season in 2023 will be hopeful, but perhaps not quite as uplifting as the previous year. This holiday season for 2022 will be a happier one. Pluto re-enters Aquarius, finally, to stay on January 22nd of 2024. And we will all be ready to move on from the last several years, these difficult years. We will feel like we are done, like we can finally let go and move on from all of these things that we've been dealing with for so long. But it will be important to not relax, to not drop your guard even though you'll want to. This is why I asked you at the beginning of this narrative to save it for future reference. Because you see, Pluto is going for last licks. On May 2nd of 2024, it will retrograde at only 2 degrees of Aquarius, delivering us a tense summer again in 2024. It will plunge back into Capricorn one last time on September 2nd of 2024. It will barely touch the sign. It's not going fully back in. It'll barely touch it, but enough to give us a reminder to never, ever, ever let our guard down again before it turns direct and re-enters Aquarius on October 12th of 2024. Over the next several years, it will continue to retrograde during the summer and early fall, bringing back some difficult memories, a few false alarms, but it will not go back into Capricorn again for about another 225 years. We're almost there, folks. We're almost through this process of tearing down the old, building the new, rebuilding what needs to be preserved. This process of evolution that Pluto has been leading us through. Hang in there. The light will prevail in your life and in the world. I'm Sandy Anastasi, and I want to thank you for listening all the way through to the end of my editorial video blog for July of 2022. This was a hard one to listen to, but an important one to preserve and look back on again and again. If you'd like to know more about me and my work, please visit me online at www.sandyanastasi.com. I'm a soul coach. I'm a psychic astrologer. I'm a psychic channel. My website's filled to the brim with educational opportunities for you, including Kabbalah Pathworking, which honestly, if you take it this summer or next summer, I teach it only once a year in the summers, will help you magnificently to deal with and surmount all of these things I've been talking about. I look forward to seeing you again on my website in one of my courses, or through your comments right here following your reading or listening to my blog. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.